French has denied media report that it has secretly deployed troops in Benin Republic against the junta. So the plan is to overthrow the junta of Niger, trying to get back in power. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's not a beautiful day. It's very cold out here. It's winter time and I hate it. I'm just one of those people, man. I like it when it's hot. And I believe many of my African brothers are the same. Many. Not everybody, but many. I just like it when it's hot. I like tropical Africa, like Uganda, Ghana. No, Ghana's too hot there. Ghana's too hot. But Burkina Faso is way hotter than Ghana. Anyway, I like it when it's hot. I feel happy. I feel moved. When it's cold, I'm not in a very good mood. Even though I know many people use the cold so you can make babies. I'm not one of them. Anyway, thank you very much for choosing us again. I appreciate you. It's a beautiful time in our lifetime. My name is Zack. If you don't know me, I can understand. I don't know who you are. But if you watch this video till the end, we're surely going to like each other. I salute you from all over the place. Sanimbonani, South Africans, Tobela, Dumelang, Botswana, Jebaleko, Basebona Banyabo, Uganda, Rwanda, salute you, Kenya, Tanzania, Nigeria, Ghana, Wagwan, me boss, Jamaica. Okay, I can't salute everybody, okay? So let's go. We're never going to finish this video. Anyway, the French have denied the report that it has secretly deployed troops in Benin Republic as a part of a plan to counter the junta government in Niger Republic. We're going to very quickly find out why have the French. Is this true? If this is true, why would the French deploy a force in a neighboring country so they can attack a neighboring country? Let me just show you the map so you can understand. This is the context. This is Benin. You can see the map. So they said the French have declined the accusation saying that they have deployed troops here in this place. Why would they deploy troops here? Because of this country named Niger. Nigerian and French don't like each other right now. Let's continue. We'll get back to that. The report itself is a follow-up apparently of the military junta allegation in Niamey that France is setting up a military base in a neighboring country with the goal to come and bother them because they don't like the new government. Now the French have responded. So in response, the French embassy in Nigeria say this is absolute crap. It's lies. Okay, the report is baseless and unfounded and part of a growing disinformation aimed at sustain to growing anti-French sentiment. French people say, you are accusing us of deploying soldiers in Benin with the goal of overthrowing the current junta? Well, it's baseless. You're telling lies. The statement read, French embassy wishes to inform the public that the aircraft mentioned in this article is not a French military aircraft. Interesting. The aircraft mentioned in this article is not a French military aircraft, nor it has any connection to France. Furthermore, the Beninese and French authorities have denied the existence of a French military base or any plan to establish a French artillery base. So he says the aircraft is not a French aircraft. Now my question is he right? Maybe he's right. Maybe it's not a French aircraft. But can the French use somebody else's aircraft to carry French soldiers just to blur traces of French presence? It's a possibility, right? If you want to go steal from somebody's house or you want to go hit the mall, hit and run, get the money and run. I'm just finding funny examples here. You want to go hit the mall, steal money from the bank. Do you use your own car? I'm not accusing France of doing this. I'm just saying, if you want to go hit a bank, you want to go get the money from the bank illegally, will you use your own car that's registered? Or would you go use somebody else's car and do your criminal activities? The question is very simple. Okay, anyway, I'm still not saying it's French. I'm just saying, let's continue. A senior of French embassy noted that I do not need to tell you that most of this information in this article is fake. We have no military base in Benin and our cooperation with Benin is not hidden. So we have nothing to hide. Whatever the Nigerians are saying, it's a lie. Now, what do the Beninese people say? Well, a spokesperson of the Beninese government, Wilfried Wandeji, refuted the alleged presence of French military operation, which would justify the continued closure of Niger's border. He invited the junta leader, General Atiani, as well as the independent media from Niger to come into the country or to use the Russian satellite, because Russians are friends with the Nigerian, to come and see if there are really French troops in Benin. Now, fellas, for context, very quickly, France has refuted the accusation saying that French troops are in Benin with the goal of overthrowing the current junta, or the current government in Niger. And that's the reason why Niger refused to open the border to Benin. Let me give you context. Now, this is Niger. This is Benin. Both countries speak French. How do they speak French? Both countries were colonized by France. Many years ago, they were beaten up, subdued, and became part of the system. In the 1960s, they both got independent. Now, what's happening right now? What is the reason to the mayhem we're seeing right now? A few months ago, people from Niger were tired of their president. The president's name is Mohamed Bazoum. They felt that the president was more focused trying to enrich France than making sure his own people have bread and butter. What did they do? They toppled the president. They took power. Did they kill the president? No, they did not kill the president. They just had him on house arrest. Things could have been worse because in some places they will take the president out. Now, France was not very happy with that. Why? Why was France not happy? Because France has built a sort of a relationship, deep relationship with the ex-president. They were good mates. They had business together. The matter of fact is France used to buy most of the uranium produced by Niger. They bought so much uranium, transforming it into electricity, that they had to sell some of the electricity to other countries in Europe. That's how good the relationship is. Big win for France, no doubt about it. Now, the new people coming into power, France doesn't like it. The junta in Niger asked to see the French ambassador in a meeting. The French ambassador said, no, I'm not seeing you because I do not respect you. You are not legal. You are in a legitimate government. They asked him to leave the country. He tried to refuse. They forced him to leave the country. He left the country. With him, thousands of French soldiers that were stationed in Niger for many, many years with the goal of fighting terrorism. They asked him to leave the country. Emmanuel Macron was not happy. He said, if you dare touch anything related to France in Niger, we're going to make you pay. He threatened them. Now, the Nigerian people were not happy. I mean, who's happy to see somebody come threaten you in your own house? You won't have it. Doesn't matter how strong they are. That's exactly what happened. Once France left, many of the countries of West Africa that naturally come together in an organization named Ecowas. Here are Ecowas countries. They all sanctioned Niger. So France was not happy with Niger. Ecowas was also not happy with Niger. They decided to block the country, to stop them from exporting anything, from importing anything. As you can notice, look at the map, is Niger. Niger is a landlocked country. They cannot export anything without passing for any of these other countries on the border of the sea. Landlocked country simply means a country that has no border to the sea. And why is the sea important? The sea is very important for business, for export, for import, because it is much cheaper to import or export any good via the sea than doing it through the aeroplanes. All these ECOWAS countries closed their Nigerian border, locking Niger into the continent, disallowing the Nigerian people from moving outside their own country. Now, this country named Benin is a neighbor of Niger. For many, many years, they used to work together, cooperate, do things together. But when France was angry, Benin also was angry because Benin is also part of ECOWAS. Benin also decided to close its border to Niger. This went on for a while, and after a while, it became very difficult for Benin. The Beninese government realized that the economy wasn't working very well. Why? Because many people from Benin export staple and basic food to Niger. So the citizens of Benin make their money by selling some food into Niger. And now that the border is closed, it makes things very difficult for the people of Benin. And when the people of Benin sell things in Niger, they come back and they pay taxes, and the government makes money. So the people in Benin are not making money. The government of Benin is also not making money. What happens here is a very simple case of, I have blocked you, but I'm actually suffering from blocking you. Okay, now many months ago, Niger discovered a massive amount of oil within the country, and this oil had to be exported. As you can see, Niger is a landlocked country. They have no border to the sea. The only way to export the oil is either by airplane or through the sea, and by airplane is not an option because it's too expensive. So they built a 2,000 kilometers pipeline going from Niger to the port in Benin. Let me remind you here that Benin opened the border, asking Niger to allow them to get inside. The Nigerian government refused to open the border. Why did they refuse to open the border? Because they accused Benin of hosting French soldiers with the goal of destabilizing the country. How is that possible? It's very possible because when the borders close, you can see who's moving around the border. But when the borders open, even spies can come inside. Anybody can walk in. French people can walk in. So, French people that have black skin will walk in dressed up in civilians. Nobody will differentiate them from people from Benin or Niger. So the Nigerian government felt, because Benin is too friendly with France, we're not going to open the border. And apparently, we don't know, they have intelligence that says that Benin is hosting French troops that are there to cause harm to the country. Are they telling the truth? We have no idea. But what's 100% sure now is that Benin desperately needs Niger to open the border in order to resume exchange, to resume selling and buying, in order to allow people of Benin to make some money, to make their livelihood. My question to you is this. If you have a brother that seem to be leaning towards your enemy in a matter that you have, would you still consider him a brother? Would you still allow him to come to your house or to occupy a bedroom that belongs to you? That's a very interesting question. Now, can we really tell that the brother has truly allowed the enemy or French people, in this case, in his house? We have no idea. But Nigerians said they do have intelligence saying that an airplane came to Benin depositing troops that are ready to come into the country. Are the Nigerian right to be afraid of the Beninese? Is there any reason why they would think that French soldiers poses a danger to the government? Well, a while back, perhaps more than 10 years ago, in Ivory Coast, there was a president named Laurent Gbagbo. Laurent Gbagbo was the president, and at the time, he wasn't liked very much by France. Remember, Côte d'Ivoire is a French colony. After the election in which Gbagbo had won, French troops went to bomb his house. Yes, French troops in Côte d'Ivoire went to bomb the president's house because they don't like the president, they prefer the opposition. Either way, there is no, make it make sense. Like, this is an internal situation. It's elections in an independent country, but you go bomb one person because you don't like him, you prefer the other. Is this a reason enough for a country like Niger to worry of your presence somewhere near them because you just had an issue and a problem together? And to top the situation up, the Beninese president sent his minister to go and meet the president of Niger. The president refused to meet him. Many people felt that he's right because presidents generally don't meet ministers. Ministers meet ministers. But on the same day, a minister from Togo came to Niger and met the president. So he refused to meet the minister from Benin, but met the minister from Togo. That's a very strong message. Let me know how you feel about this, fellas, and I want you to tell me how I'm going to do so I don't feel so cold if you can. If you have a trick, I don't know if you live in a country that can get very cold. I can get very miserable when it's cold. Not very nice. And no, I don't like using other bodies to get warm. I don't think it makes any sense. YouTube tells us that you guys watch videos, but most of you are not subscribed. Please do so. I mean, let's make this bigger, make it make sense. I appreciate you very much. My next video is coming very soon. Like I said to you, I was in South Africa, in KwaZulu-Natal. Tremendous experience. I have so much to say about that place. The video will be dropping in the next 2 days. God bless.